The strong woman curse. Today I want to talk about feminine energy, and I want to talk about the strong woman curse. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I felt inspired to do so because I was a little annoyed and I thought this was, to be honest, but I feel like this is a really good topic to talk about. You know, one of the things I like to talk about on my channel is feminine energy and womanhood and how that plays into our spiritual life as women. And so I want to talk about this strong woman curse because I see it all the time. I grew up around it. I've seen women adopt this strong woman thing. And I'm going to be honest, I did too. And I admired it for a long time until it was revealed to me that this strong woman thing is really weakness as a facade behind the strong woman mask. And until we start recognizing what's behind that mask, the strong woman curse, we will be stuck. We will be drained dry. We will be taken advantage of. We will be miserable. And it's something that I feel like we should talk more about because it is a facade. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up, I actually know someone, and it's interesting because for a long time I had admired her. I'm like, she's such a strong woman, and I'd admired her and I looked up to her. And I was going through my own stuff and I opened up to her, and it made me realize what it was. And I had started recognizing what it was prior to that conversation I had with her, because I started recognizing it in myself that my strength, my strong woman curse thing was actually coming from a place of fear and lack. And we were talking, and I recognized that all of her familial dynamics were taking from her. They were taking from her. They were not filling her up. And I just started really contemplating and pondering on this thing. You know, you would think being a strong woman people would respect you. People would not protect you, but respect you, really. And what I recognize is that the relationships were empty. They were always taking from her and not filling her up. And if we know anything about feminine energy, women, our nervous system, our anatomy, our brains, all of the things, we need to be filled up. If we run on empty, we will burn out. It is detrimental to our health. And it literally, or should I say unalive us? I might bleep that out, but it unalives us. And you see that. And what really woke me up to this strong woman curse is that the dynamics were always pulling from her. Her children, her spouse were always pulling from her. No one was pouring into her. And so as much as she put on this strong woman mask and was like, you know, I have no feelings and never vulnerable, and no one was pouring into her, those dynamics resented her. One drained her, would blame her, would shame her. And I thought about this thing, if we think about energy. So the strong woman curse obviously, is coming from a place of lack. It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of insecurity. And that's why we put on this armor, and that's why we put on this mask of a strong woman. So when we are operating from this energetics of lack and insecurity, that is what is being dispersed in those dynamics. And so if you're dispersing lack energy, I got to earn, I got to prove, this lack energy in your life, the feedback loop is that you will get that in return. So instead of getting the respect and all of the, strong women, I can do all by myself and all this kind of stuff, you think that that's going to get you something. But that energy, since it's coming from a place of lack, will come back to you empty. It will come back to you empty. And so you're just draining yourself. And then you'll have, in this situation, your children will blame you for things instead of being grateful and feeling fulfilled, because your energy is not coming from fulfillment. So instead of them coming and being grateful and coming from a place of fulfillment and nourishment, they are coming back to you like, you didn't do enough for me. And like, even in a romantic relationship with a spouse or a husband, they were just constantly dump on you, and drain you of your energy, because you are coming from emptiness. You're coming from a lack mindset, energy. And it's so interesting when you see it. We put on the mask of the strong woman. It's the strong woman curse. You will not get back what you expect to get back. You will not. You will not get it back, because you're coming from empty. That's the energy that you're putting out. And so what you get back is that same energy. You get blamed, you get shamed, you get all of those things. So I like to think of, we can, I just did a video on Spinoza and his philosophy on life and how God is nature. And if we look at nature, we'll see that for a plant or a flower to thrive, it needs sunlight. And so sunlight is the more masculine energy thing of this thing. It's the masculine energy, but you also need the seed. So the seed, the masculine energy, and the light. The light is the energy source for the soil, the nourished soil. And so for a plant to thrive, we think of, moist, nourished, fertile soil and sunlight and the seed. But you need the seed. So if you are, so I guess I would just say, what grows from a lack of a seed? Nothing. Nothing grows from a lack of a seed. You need the seed. And the light is the energy source. The light is the energy source. So it's what's fueling everything. It is what's fueling everything. And so if you allow yourself to receive the seed, if you allow yourself to receive the light, which is the energy, which is the resource, and it creates the resource, because you are the resource. That's the feminine. You are the resource. Like we think of a baby. Like when a baby cries, when you have a baby, it's like you are the resource. You are the food. You are the nurturing. You are everything to that baby. But you have to be able to receive. I'm sorry, I'm sniffling. I got a little cold. But you have to be able to receive. And the strong woman curse is the lack of being able to receive. And you are coming from a place of empty. You are coming from a place of your energy is coming, instead of you being full and giving from your overflow and multiplying, because feminine multiplies and replicates. Like, we literally can replicate the seed, a whole human being. From multiply and replication, if you're not coming from that and giving from your overflow, you are coming from a place of lack. And you will start seeing that you might wear that strong woman armor as a badge right now, but eventually it's going to manifest in your life as these things. You'll see it in your children. You'll see it in your spouse. You will not get what you think you should get back. You won't. You give from your overflow. You multiply and replicate from the resources and energy provided to you. And it's a beautiful thing. It's like we see it in everything. Nature tells us this everything. And, as of recently, I like to, because nature is so close to us, but I've been studying space and the universe. And when a star runs out of fuel, it is not good. And eventually you can burn out, run out of fuel. And it is important as women that we take off that mask. We bring down the armor and are open to life and open to receive. It's so, so important. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to do that real quick. My kids are in the basement because I told them, I said, I just want to do this video real quick. I had it. I felt it and I wanted to get it out, and I had some notes and I didn't even look at it, but I might look at it and do another video because this thing is so important. This topic is so important for us as women to stop it with the strong woman curse. It's a curse. It's going to drain you dry. It's going to suck you dry. It's going to drain your vitality, your life force, and you need to be full, filled up. And why I feel like it's super important to talk about this is eventually you will see especially in your children, if you're not giving from nourishing, full energy and pouring that into your children, you're pouring a different kind of energy that's going to result in some crappy things. This is where you see this, like, just think about it. Like, if the energy is nourishing and it's like, it's full, it's coming from fulfillment, the result would be different. Like, even in the situation with the plant, like if you are trying to grow something in dry, not nutrient dense soil, the fruit will be different. You want to be nutrient dense. You want to have all the resources. You want to be able to receive the light, because that's giving you energy. Receive the light, the energy source, and sprout some amazing things. Okay? So anyways, you guys, that's all for this video. And I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.